Good morning, all. On behalf of the Department of Computer Technology, it is my pleasure to welcome you all for this student enrichment program on virtual reality in education. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude for our guest, Mr. Vijayarajan sir, who have accepted our invitation in his busy schedule. I wish to tell few words about our guest, Mr. Vijayarajan sir. He is the founder and CEO of Meticulous Academy of Excellence, Chennai. He is expert in creating virtual reality and augmented reality applications for healthcare and education sectors, and also training the students in virtual reality and augmented reality, setting up VR labs in schools and colleges. He is also a trainer of Silambam for students. I am sure that you all will feel enriched and knowledge after this session. I hand over the session to Mr. Vijayarajan sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, madam. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for the warm introduction, madam, and thank you for the introduction for giving me this opportunity to interact with the students. I hope my voice is audible and the screen which I am sharing is visible to everyone. So, and if there are any questions or any doubts on the session, yeah, thank you, madam.
Sure,
so, students, if you have any questions in the session, please post that in the chat window so that I'll answer all your questions towards the end of the session. And please feel free to post your questions. So today's session we'll be talking about how virtual and augmented reality will be used specifically on the education sector. So though virtual and augmented reality will be used in many industries such as healthcare, manufacturing, retail, and so on. In education also it has a huge role to play, and how that will be helpful we'll see by one how virtual reality can be used and how augmented reality can be used, and we'll see some videos of what we have done on that side, and also if time permits we'll also see a demo of how we create augmented reality applications. So without further delay we'll start our session.
Sir,
First we'll
excuse me, sir.
understand before yes, madam.
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir. Little bit not clear,
My
sir.
voice. Sure, madam. Let me check, madam. My volume is full only.
Yeah, okay.
Is it clear now?
Is it okay, sir? Now it's okay.
Fine, madam. Fine. Thank you, madam.
You can
First,
proceed,
we'll
sir.
see
Thank you.
what is. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. First, we'll discuss what is virtual reality is. So, virtual reality is something which gives us an immersive experience. So, for example, once you wear a virtual reality head-mounted device and see that application, you feel like as if you are inside that particular environment or that particular 3D world. So, that immersive experience is what virtual reality offers. Even if you see that application in mobile or in your tablet, you will not feel that immersive experience. So, that immersiveness is possible only when you wear that virtual reality device and view that application. So that is what is the basic definition of what is virtual reality or virtual reality device is all about. So I have moved to the second slide. So now we'll see what are the types of virtual reality devices available in the market. So these are some of the devices, popular devices available in the market. HTC Vive, Oculus Rift Go, Quest, and the last one, haptic gloves. So haptic gloves is not a head-mounted device like the top four devices. Haptic gloves is the hand gloves used along with virtual reality head-mounted devices. So we'll see how this haptic gloves can be used along with the VR head-mounted device that we will discuss in this current slide. So in my introduction about virtual reality, I said once you wear a virtual reality device, just like how you see in that current slide, once you view that, you feel like as if you are inside that particular environment. You'll be able to visualize yourself in that environment once you wear that VR device in your head. With haptic gloves, once you have wear a haptic gloves also along with VR device. With haptic gloves, you will be able to touch and feel that environment or the object. So with the VR device, you are able to visualize yourself. Your eyes can see that. With the haptic gloves, your body or your hands can touch and feel that application or an object. For example, how you touch an object in a real world. Same way, that same thing can be simulated and can be done using this haptic gloves. For example, there is a teacup or any object which you are seeing inside a virtual reality device. So how that teacup is, that shape of that cup, or how rigid or how soft that cup is, all those things can be shown, you can be felt using this haptic device. So advantage of using haptic gloves along with virtual reality devices. Once a user sees that application along with the haptic gloves, the user will be able to understand that application much better. So for example, if an employee is working on a manufacturing industry, and that company is giving training, virtual reality training on how to operate that machine in virtual reality. So if he is having haptic gloves also, he will be able to understand how that machinery operates, and he'll be able to touch and feel that machinery in using haptic gloves itself. So that once he is given a real task, he'll be able to do much better without any issues. So that is the advantage of using haptic gloves. So not only in manufacturing, even in education, even in healthcare. So haptic gloves has more use when used along with virtual reality devices. So nowadays, even Oculus Quest latest version comes with hand tracking itself. So we need not use have a separate haptic gloves for moving the object. Just by moving our fingers itself, we'll be able to move the object inside the VR device. So that much advanced the VR technology come. So those were the definition of what is virtual reality and how virtual reality can be used along with haptic gloves. Madam, is my voice clear? Just to make sure.
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you. First we saw virtual reality. Now we'll see what is augmented reality or augmented reality about. So augmented reality is something which enhances your real world view. It enhances your real world view with a 3D objects or a digital object. That's what is called augmented reality. So for example, if you could see from the current picture in the slide, so there is a heart image in the book. The student is scanning that heart image using his augmented reality application. After he scans that particular image, he's getting the 3D model of a heart inside his augmented reality application. So what is the benefit out of it is, rather than studying that intrinsic details about a heart in the book, he'll be able to understand and learn easily if he is given that same uh, image in a 3D form and also in an interactive manner. So that is what augmented reality, which enhances your real world view. And if you could see that picture clearly in the tablet image, inside that image, so there is a 3D model, and backside, since the camera will be on once you open the augmented reality application, you'll feel like as if the 3D model is displayed in our real world view. So since the background camera is on, that background of your real world will be captured. On top of that, whatever the 3D model or digital object will be displayed, which gives a feeling to the user as if that particular 3D world or the 3D object is happening in our real world. So that is the advantage of augmented reality. The benefit is, again, students or anyone will be able to understand the concept and learn better using an augmented reality application. So we have seen what is virtual and what is augmented reality, the definitions. Now we'll see what is mixed reality. So mixed reality is merging of real and digital or virtual worlds, where both the worlds exist and interact in real time. So that's what mixed reality is, combination of both real and virtual world. So if you could see that picture in the current slide, which I am showing now. So there is a common area
Excuse
in
me,
this
sir.
slide, and in that common, yes, madam.
Sir, your
Yes,
screen
madam.
is not visible, sir.
Mm, I have shared the screen. So are you able to see now?
Okay, okay.
Which
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
screen you are able? Mixed
Now,
reality is able to
now
see?
it's yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, fine, madam. So mixed reality is merging of both real and virtual world, where both worlds coexist and interact in real time. So if you could see that current picture in the slide, So in that common medium, and there inside that picture, and also I think someone needs to mute their mic. Yeah, thank you. So in that picture, that's I'm standing in that picture as well as that. Madam, there is some disturbance. Someone has clicked on that. Okay. So in that picture, so I'm inside that picture as well as there is a digital object of a chimpanzee, digital 3D model of a chimpanzee is also there. So once when we look at that picture, we'll feel like as if both that real self me and the digital world is interacting with each other. So this is what mixed reality is about. So that's what the difference between virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality, the definitions. So now I moved on to the next slide. So is the next slide visible, madam? Difference between VR and AR?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, madam. So we have seen the definitions. Now we'll see the differences. So what is the difference between virtual and augmented reality? Virtual reality is immersive experience. So as I mentioned in the definition of virtual reality in the earlier slide. So once you wear a virtual reality headphone device and view that application, you feel like as if you are inside that application or you completely teleported to that environment. So that is the unique selling point of virtual reality. And the next point is your sensors are under control of the system and not control of the one who is viewing. So what I mean by sensors are under control of the system means once you wear a VR device, you will not be aware of what is going around you in the real world. Even if someone comes near you or if something is happening around you in real world, you will be completely unaware since you are wearing a headset and you are already immerse yourself in the virtual environment. So that is the drawback with virtual reality. So since you will be not able to see or react what is going around you in the real world. Whereas coming to augmented reality, augmented reality is something which augments your real world scene. So augments or elevates your real world scene with the 3D objects which I explained in the definition of augmented reality. And the major advantage of augmented reality over virtual reality is here user will be maintaining a sense of presence in the real world. So in augmented reality, user will be aware of what is going around them in the real world, as well as they will be able to interact with the digital world or the 3D objects with augmented reality. So it's like a kind of best of both worlds for them. So real world, so they'll be aware of, as well as they are interacting with the virtual or the digital world. So that is the advantage of augmented reality over virtual reality. So virtual reality will be more useful in for training, for remote collaboration, or for learning subject immersively. In these three areas, virtual reality will be more useful. And on other areas, augmented reality will be more useful due to the fact of user will be able to maintain a sense of presence in the real world. So this is the difference one should know before deep diving into virtual and augmented reality. Madam, I move on to the next slide. I hope it is visible. Is the slide visible, madam? Social VR for remote collaboration. Can anyone confirm?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
okay.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Yeah, thank you, madam. So we have seen the definitions and the differences. Now we'll see how this virtual reality can be used in education or for learning or for. So we all know about networking, social media, or social distancing due to COVID-19 and so on. There's a new thing called the social VR or social virtual reality in a virtual reality environment. So what is social VR? So with the social VR, we'll be able to interact in virtual classroom environment. So we'll be able to learn the subjects in immersive manner and socialize with friends as we would do normally in a real world. So how that will happen is, if you could see the first picture in this slide. In the first picture, there are a group of people are discussing about a concept in a virtual office or a virtual classroom environment. They are brainstorming or discussing about an project or an idea. So, but all are connected from a remote place. For example, if I'm going to join that virtual environment, I'll be using my virtual reality device from my home and joining that virtual reality application. And moreover, I'll be having my own unique 3D avatar, just like how in WhatsApp and Facebook we have unique names, and with the pictures we are able to identify others. Same way in virtual reality, we'll be having our own unique 3D avatars. So these 3D avatars are nothing but a replica of how one looks in real life. So if I am joining using that virtual reality device, I'll be using my 3D avatars. And if you are joining using your VR device, you will be having your unique 3D avatar, and we both will be interacting in that virtual environment using our 3D avatars. So that's what that first picture is about. And all those 5 or 6 people have joined from a remote place, from their comfort of their home. Everyone has joined, but they are in a virtual environment. They are all are sitting, interacting together, and to one another also they are discussing using the 3D avatars. So what is the advantage of this rather than discussing this in a webinar or in a conference call? So advantages is since it is more virtual and more immersive, and moreover we are discussing with the 3D avatars of the people which we are seeing them in real life. Because of that, more rapport will be there, and more team interactions will be there, rather than just like how we discuss in webinar in our learning, online learning or online teaching. So there that closeness or rapport is missing. So but with this social virtual reality, that team meeting, team collaboration will be more, since they are immersing themselves, and moreover they are interacting with this 3D avatars. Same way, if you could see the second picture in the same slide. So the teacher is teaching the students, and the students are listening to whatever the teacher is teaching. Same way, they are all are connected from a different place using the 3D avatar. So again, advantages, the students will learn immersively, and also it will be able to socialize with friends as they would normally socialize in real life. So these are the advantage for remote collaboration for learning. So not just for learning in education, this remote collaboration can be used for other industries like IT, manufacturing, and so on. For example, after this COVID-19, many industries are forced to work from home, or remote work will be there, and that will be the new normal for the next couple of years. So once employees are started working from home, at that point of time, this remote collaboration using virtual reality will be useful for the team to come together virtually and discuss an idea. So at that point of time, this remote collaboration using virtual reality will be more useful. So I moved on to the next slide. So learning via VR. So I hope the slide is visible. So virtual reality, one area is remote collaboration, which we discussed in the previous slide, can be used for learning and in education and in other areas. Other thing is learning with virtual reality. So how it is possible is, for example, any subject or any concept which the students are not able to understand easily, which is tough for the students, those concept alone can be converted into a virtual reality application. So those applications, if the students are able to view that in a virtual reality device, students will be able to understand easily, and moreover they'll learn the concept also more easily, rather than studying that same concept in a book or in a video format. As you could see from the picture and the slides, so students are seeing an application, a student application. So once they are seeing that inside a virtual reality device, they are able to understand much better. So these things are set up in colleges, that they have virtual reality labs. So on those things, we can develop those particular concepts or a subject which is hard to understand for the students. If we are teaching them via virtual reality application, students will be able to understand much better, and also they also with concepts as well. So as you picture, has a device, and also is having a controller in his right hand. So with that controller, he'll be able to navigate to a different parts of the application. Just how we use mouse when we are using a laptop or a computer. Same way, we can use that controller to navigate inside an application. So this is another area how virtual reality can be used. One is for remote collaboration and is for using virtual reality applications for the students to understand the concepts easily. Excuse me. So I moved on to the next slide. I hope the slide is visible. So the web VR demo. So this is so in the beginning I said immersive experience is possible only when you wear a VR device in your head and see. So that will only will give a more holistic or a more immersive experience. But virtual reality can be, to an extent, we can bring it in our normal websites also, which we see in mobile or in laptop which we use. So web-based virtual reality is also possible. So that's what this demo is about. So if you can scan the QR code and see that page. So it will be a web-based VR page. That compared to normal web pages, web VR you'll be able to 360-degree view. You'll be able to see that page. So normal web page, you scroll up and down or scroll left and right side. So those are the only options in the normal web page. But in virtual reality web page, you'll be able to see in a 360-degree holistic view. So to an extent, using a normal websites with HTML and JavaScript also, we can bring virtual reality to the websites which we give. So that's what this demo is about. I'll just share the link so you can see that link as well. Just a minute. I'll share how that page looks. So I'll just share how that page looks. Yeah, I just shared that page. I hope you are able to see that page. That page is mentioned. But the page visible, madam?
No, sir.
I have started sharing, madam. I think. Is it visible now?
No, sir. Still not visible.
Yeah, just a minute, madam. I'm connecting the page.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, is it visible now, madam?
And now it is visible, sir.
Yeah, thank you, madam. So this is what the web VR page is about. So see, I'm just moving that page. I'm moving that page in all direction using my laptop mouse. So you can see that page in a 360-degree view. So this with a normal web page, we will not be able to see this clarity or this holistic 360-degree view experience. So that is possible using web-based virtual reality. So that's what this demo is about. So now again, I will go back to the presentation. Just give me a minute. So now I'll share some videos on virtual reality. So before I proceed with augmented reality. Madam, I'll share a video, madam. So just tell me if that video is visible.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I have started sharing, madam. I just paused that video. So just tell me once it is visible, I will play that video. Yeah, I started sharing, madam. Is the video visible now?
Visible, sir. Visible.
Oh, okay, madam. So this video is about how this remote collaboration or remote learning is possible with virtual reality. I'll just play that video now and then discuss about it. Just pause that video. So this video is about how that remote collaboration or online learning with virtual reality. So as you all saw in the video, different people have joined from a different place, but everyone is virtually connected in that virtual environment, and everyone is having their own unique 3D avatar with which they are able to interact with each other and discuss about an idea. So again, advantage of this is just how they will normally interact in a real office or a real classroom environment. Same thing can be replicated and shown in virtual reality, which end of the day will make them more productive rather than teaching them in webinar or rather than having a team collaboration call in a webinar or a normal conference call. This will be more effective, and as since it is exact replica of what they are doing in a real office or real classroom environment. So I'll show one more video of VR before I proceed with augmented reality. So this is about that hand tracking which I was discussing earlier. Madam, is it visible, madam, the new video?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So this is about the hand tracking thing. So just ignore the music. The music is not that good. So I'll just play that video now. Yeah, I just paused that video. So as you all saw in that video, the bottom left corner is the one the user is wearing a virtual reality device, and the rest of the screen is the one the user which he is seeing inside a virtual reality device is shown in the video. So as you all saw in that video, so he's just waving his fingers and he's able to move inside that VR application. He's able to touch that object and feel it as well. So this is the advantage of having haptic thing enabled with along with the virtual reality device. So advantages, he's able to not just able to visualize, he's also able to touch and feel the objects as well. So that's what is the advantage of using haptics. So I'll move on to the presentation again. Just give me a minute. Yeah, I have started sharing the screen. Hope the screen is visible to everyone. So far we have seen how virtual reality can be used for remote collaboration and for using haptics. We have seen some videos as well. How it can be used in education sector. So now we'll see how with augmented reality we can be used in education or for learning. So as you could see from the current picture, madam, is the picture visible? Learning via AR.
Yes, sir. Visible,
Okay,
sir.
thank you. Yeah, thank you, madam. So far we have seen how virtual reality can be used in education. Now we'll see the next thing, augmented reality, how it can be used. So augmented reality can be used in two ways. One is it's simple mobile applications we can create, mobile augmented reality mobile applications we can create using using our mobile itself, we will be able to see that application. So that is one area. Another thing is using augmented reality glasses or smart glasses, we can create applications with which the user can be see that application. Even recently, a few weeks back, Geo has introduced Geo Glass for learning and for remote collaboration using the Geo Glass. So how it will work is once you wear that Geo Glass, you will be able to see that all the information inside your Geo Glass frame itself. So that will be again an immersive experience. Again, students will be able to learn easily, and for remote collaboration also between different teachers, they will be able to collaborate effectively using this Geo Glass or any augmented reality glass. So these two areas in augmented reality glass it can be used. One is using a mobile augmented reality mobile application, and again the next thing using augmented reality or a smart glass. So first we'll see how it can be used with mobile applications. So if you could see from the current picture in the slide, in that book there's an about an eye that book is explaining. So after the student scans that eye image using this augmented reality mobile application, they are getting the 3D model of eye with the detail in a more interactive manner. So because of that, the student will be able to understand and learn easily rather than studying that same eye image concept in a book. So moreover, reading from a book is a 2D format. So only text and images are there. Only 2D information is sent to the student's brain for processing. The same way, if you are giving that information in a 3D format using augmented reality mobile application, students will be able to process more information at the same time. Will be able to understand it much better. So this is one way where we can create augmented reality mobile applications for the students to learn. Just like how we create virtual reality applications, same way we can create augmented reality mobile applications. And the another advantage of augmented reality compared to virtual reality is this is hardware independent. So only with the smartphones, nowadays every student and teacher is having a smartphone. So if we can create a mobile application in the smartphone itself, they'll be able to view that augmented reality mobile app. So that is the biggest advantage compared to virtual reality, where virtual reality you always need a hardware like virtual reality head mount device to view that application. So in these ways, augmented reality can be used for teaching the students or for making them learn the new concepts. Now we'll see what are the benefits for using virtual and augmented reality in education. So these are some of the benefits. So first one is learning beyond classroom. So going forward, online learning and remote teaching will be there for next few years, or that will be the new normal which everyone has to adhere to. So at that time, that classroom learning concept uh, will be the thing of the past, where everyone were taught using a classroom concept. But with virtual and augmented reality, the whatever they have learned in the classroom, same can be taught effectively using beyond classroom using virtual and augmented reality. And secondly, it will develops the students creativity. So once they see that objects in an immersive manner, and once they interact with that application, so they'll be coming up with the new ideas, and which in turn will increase the develops the students creativity. And third is it's a new way of teaching for the teachers as well. So rather than conventional way of teaching the students on the different subjects, so using virtual and augmented reality is a new way of teaching for the teachers to incorporate learning to the students. And finally, it simplifies technical or complex subjects. So whatever the technical or complex concepts are there, so those things, if we are converting into a virtual or augmented reality application, the students will be able to understand that concept much easier. So these are some of the benefits of using both virtual and augmented reality in education. So before I show some videos on augmented reality, I'll just discuss about this slide. So I will move to the next slide, AR with IoT and AI. So far I have talked about both virtual and augmented reality as a standalone application or a standalone technology, how it can be used in education. But augmented reality's full potential can be unleashed only when augmented reality is combined with other technologies like IoT, AI, or cloud computing. So that's when augmented reality. Uh,
Please mute your audio, ma. Please.
Yeah, music is good. It's not relevant for the current time. Please mute your.
Uh, Please mute your audio.
No, I think admin have the option to mute, madam. Please check. You have the option to mute.
Aishwarya, kindly mute your audio.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, madam. So I was explaining how augmented reality can be combined with other technologies like IoT, AI, and cloud computing. So, for example, if you could see from the current picture in the slide, so this is an image about of an warehouse, a warehouse, and inside that warehouse, an employee is scanning that warehouse using an augmented reality application in his tablet. So after he scans the warehouse, he's getting some real-time data about the warehouse in his augmented reality application. So if you could see inside that tablet image, there are some color-coded values are there, some 5 item remaining, some 80% task, and some arrow mark is mentioned. So for example, this 5 item remaining could be the number of item remaining in a particular compartment or a particular section. So by knowing this, employee can fill that section and make sure there are more items there in that particular shelf or a section. So benefit out of it is rather than if he's not using this augmented reality to get the real-time data, he has to check every compartment or the whole warehouse manually to make sure everything is in place or not. But with augmented reality application, he is able to get the real-time data and he is able to act quickly on which needs more attention, so that at the end of the day he is doing more tasks in less time, and over the long run it will increase the profit for the company which the one who is working on it. So the reason for this slide is, so if the student are learning virtual or augmented reality, so they should also learn how to integrate these other technologies like Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, or cloud computing with virtual and augmented reality. So that's when student will be able to get more opportunities in this virtual and augmented reality space. And this is one area where combining augmented reality with IoT, AR, cloud computing, many companies are working on. Wherein, so for example, manufacturing companies for remote working, so they are trying to combine to get real-time data about the missions or the real-time data about the process by sitting at their home or from a remote place using augmented reality and with other technologies, as we are seeing from the current slide. So I moved on to the next slide. So this is slide is about the development tools. So I hope the slide is visible. So so far we have talked extensively about both VR and AR, how it can be used. So what if a student or a teacher wants to learn or create a virtual or augmented reality application? So these are the popular tools available. First to Unity and Unreal. Unity and Unreal are game engines for creating both virtual and augmented reality applications. And Euphoria and Wikitude are for image scanning. So just like when I explained about augmented reality, once you scan the particular image, after only for that image alone, that application will work. For other images, that application will not work. So for this image scanning, we use Euphoria and Wikitude. And finally, the last two, AR Core and AR Kit. These two are SDKs for Android and iOS. So we create mobile applications separately for Android and iOS separately. Same way, we create a separate augmented reality mobile applications for Android using AR Core and for iOS using AR Kit. So these are the development tools which one should know if they are really want to develop VR and AR applications. So now I'll show some videos on augmented reality. Just give me a minute. Just a minute. I'm going to share that video. Just give me a minute. Madam, I've started sharing the video, madam. Please let me know it is visible.
Yes, sir. Visible,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, madam. I'll just play that video and then discuss it. Yeah. Thank you, madam. So this is an example of using augmented reality for teaching the students. So that's what this video is about. As you could see, I was explaining about the dice system. Same way, when I was explaining, the 3D model of a dice system is placed towards my right side. So once the students see this type of videos, they'll be able to understand it easily. So just like how we can create mobile apps and using augmented reality as smart class, this is another way for the same augmented reality mobile application can be converted into a video, which can be used for the students to learn. So I'll share some other videos as well. Just give me a minute. Yeah, this video is about mixed reality. So I said mixed reality is about where both real world and virtual world coexist in real time and interacting with each other. So I'll just play that video. Madam, is the video visible, madam? The new video, which I have paused now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, madam. Thank you. So I just paused that video. So as you could see from this video, so students are interacting with digital objects, and uh, it looks like all both the real world and the virtual world are coexisting in the same environment. So that's what this mixed reality is about. So in this video, it's taken in Singapore. So in Singapore, there is Singapore people can't experience snow, so it is more they haven't seen how that snow looks like or how it feels like. So the but how that snow will look like or feel like the same thing. It is replicated and shown in mixed reality, as you all saw in that video. With that, students are able to experience how the snow will be there with the help of mixed reality. So the same thing applies for any other learning or any other use case which you apply. This mixed reality can be used for the students to learn or to experience something. That was about that mixed reality. And just give me a minute, I'll show one more video. Yeah, I have started sharing one more video of augmented reality classes or smart class, how it can be used. So I'll just play that video and then discuss about the possibilities of it. So that is a video of how augmented reality or smart glasses will be used in the near future. As you could see from the possibilities of using this smart glass, so just like answering a phone call or using it for GPS navigation or for playing music or for taking pictures. So whatever the things possible in the smartphone is possible with this augmented reality or smart glass itself. So in the near future, people will be start using this augmented reality glasses, just like how we are using smartphones 24/7. Same way, some of the features will be available in AR or smart glass also, which can be used not just for the purpose which is shown in the video, even for learning also, which I was mentioning about geo class and other smart classes. So for learning purpose also, these type of smart class and augmented reality classes can be used. So that's what even Reliance Geo is trying to come up with. So in the next few months, we'll be able to see that types of classes also in our Indian market. So just give me a minute. So I almost come to the end of the session. So I'll share a demo of how we create an application using Unity. So I have just opened that application. It's taking some time. So in the meantime, if you have any questions, so please feel free to ask. I'll be happy to answer all your questions.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yes, please.
Is there any security issues in AR?
Yes, of course, there are security issues in both VR and AR has security issues. So any technology will have security issues. VR and AR is also not immune to that. So security issues are there, but comparatively less when compared to other applications or other technology. Security issues are less, but issues are there. So few issues are there security wise. So
Okay.
anyone can easily hack. So any not just VR or AR, even a Twitter account of Barack Obama and other well-known personalities account are also being hacked, which we saw a few weeks back. So every
Yeah,
technology
sir.
is
Yeah.
prone to security issues. So VR or AR also is there. Once VR and AR goes mainstream, so once many people start using it, the security features also will be added, just like how we add computer virus package and also that's way security features also will be added.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, one
So,
more question, sir.
yes, please.
Is there any other uses of VR other than gaming?
That's what I was telling. I didn't talk about gaming itself. I was talking only about how it can be used in learning, remote collaboration, and training. So, for example, the remote collaboration which I was mentioning and the videos I was showing for collaborating remotely, virtual reality can be used. And for training or for making, just to consider an example, a employee is joining a manufacturing company. 10 employees, not just one employee, 10 employees are joining. So rather than giving them manual training, if we give them virtual reality trainings, all 10 employees will understand the concept easier. And even if someone doesn't understand even after virtual reality training also, they can run that VR training n number of times. So even if I give that same training manually, so the trainer needs to be there all the time to train them. So which is not possible all the time. But with virtual reality, they'll be effectively trained. And after we give a real-time task, they'll be easy to do. So in trainings, it can be used effectively. Same way for healthcare also, for surgeons to train how to operate a patient. So virtual reality training can be given. So on training, learning, and for remote collaboration, virtual reality will be used more.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So before I take other questions, I'll just talk about this slide, so which I have just shared. So teaching with virtual and augmented reality. So how since many institutions are going online learning and how it can include virtual or augmented reality for the students is three ways which can be done. One is setting up of virtual reality lab, just like we have computer lab and other labs. Virtual reality labs can be there, wherein students can experience how that virtual reality experience application looks like, or the subject in an immersive manner. So that is one area. Second thing is uh, educational institutions can add VR and AR in their curriculum itself. So just like how many institutions have added deep learning or AI, blockchain in their curriculum, same way VR and AR can be part of curriculum. So if it is part of curriculum, once the student goes out of the institution, so they'll be more easier for them to get jobs in this latest industry 4.0 technologies. So lastly, it has to be interdisciplinary with other trending technologies like IoT, AI, and cloud computing. Just when I explained how AR can be combined with AI and IoT for many use cases. So same way, even though if it is in a curriculum, it should be along with basics of IoT, AI, and cloud computing. So that students will be able to integrate all all the other technologies along with VR and AR. Yeah. So any other questions? So please feel free to ask. You can post in the chat window also. Any other questions? So I'll have that.
Sir, one more thing, sir. What is the specific requirements for setting up VR or AR labs, sir?
A specific requirement is we should have first thing is PC or a laptop should be there, high computing PC, so which is i5 or i7 supported PC should be there, and other hardwares will be needing HTC Vive or Oculus Quest headsets, virtual reality headsets to experience that applications. So these are on the hardware side. On the software side, they should have Unity or Unreal needs to be there for the students or the faculties to learn about how to create virtual or augmented reality applications. So these two hardware and software, these two things should be there, madam, for a VR lab.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, comparing to both the VR and AR, which is more beneficial, sir?
That depends upon the application which or the industry which you are developing that thing. So if it is for training or for remote collaboration, virtual reality will be more useful compared to augmented reality. But in other areas, augmented reality will be more useful since augmented reality it is mostly device independent. So even with our more smartphones, we'll be able to view augmented reality applications and augmented reality glasses, which I was mentioning. So those glasses will be like normal glasses also. For example, if an user is having a power short sight or long sight, that glass can be used for correcting his vision as a smart glass also. So these areas augmented reality will be more useful. But on training or learning, remote collaboration, virtual reality will be useful. So depending upon the project or the use case which you develop, it really matters. VR or AR.
Okay, sir. Sir,
Good morning,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, madam.
Sir, I'm Dr. Kalaivani, Professor and Head at Department of Computer Technology. Before asking my question, I would like to thank you so much for giving very informative session for our students today. It was arranged by our department faculty members. Sir, my question is, in an industry, software development industry, what is the role of virtual reality they are using as Agile and Scrum are being used widely? So can you able to tell about the virtual reality in software engineering industry, sir?
Yeah, sure, madam. Even before I was starting my own company, I was working in Accenture only. So software, I worked for 12 years in IT industry. So IT industry has evolved very much in the last decade. So nowadays the requirement is for more online collaboration and for remote learning. So every IT company has a virtual and augmented reality team, madam. So just like how we have development, testing team, admin team, and for development itself, various technologies will be there, Java, .NET, or blockchain, IoT. So same way, every company is also having virtual and augmented reality team as well. So those teams will be creating applications for various clients from various industries like manufacturing, IT, and for healthcare. So these teams are only focused on developing virtual and augmented reality applications. So in software IT field also, there is a lot of scope for students, not just with VR and AR. Of course, they should learn, along with VR and AR, they should also know basics of IoT or AI. That's when they'll be able to get more job opportunities. Even the Scrum or the Agile thing which you said, nowadays the front-end development or web developer role, which if the student is working or if a student is going to work, it requires multiple technologies they should know. They should be a full stack developer, like they should know everything from JavaScript to what are the JavaScript libraries and components are there. Same way with VR and AR, even though they are good with VR and AR, they should know how to integrate it with IoT and AI to get real-time data. So that's when it will be more useful for them. And every software companies also have started having a separate division for both virtual and augmented.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, madam. So I'll just show a demo now quickly. So just give me a moment. So I'm just running that demo. So this demo is about just a 3D model of a car. So that car, once I show the image.
green shot எடுக்கிறது அது பார்க்கவே இல்லையே டைமிங் போயிட்டே இருக்குது போன கட் ஆகுது
Student, please mute your call. Mute your audio, ma.
சோ எனக்கு டென்ஷன் ஆகுது நீ விட்டுறே அதை பண்ணவே வேண்டாம் நானு விட்டுரு எதை ஸ்கிரீன்ஷாட் எடுக்கிறதுனே தெரிய மாட்டேங்குது எனக்கு ஒண்ணும் புரிய மாட்டேங்குது சொல்றேன்ல நீ போனை கட் பண்ணு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சரியா எதையோ நீ எடுத்து அனுப்பி தொலைற
Yeah, so that demo is taking time, so I'll just explain what I'm trying to show. So this is an Unity tool which I'm sharing now. So in this, using this tool only, we create both the virtual or augmented reality application. So this is where I imported a 3D model of a car, and that car model will appear only when I show the image of my company logo. So that my company logo is set as my image target. So once I open that application, only for that particular image alone it will work. So not for any other images. So this is using Unity and as well as using Euphoria tool as well. So that's what this demo is about. Since it is taking time, I'm not able to run that and show, but that's what technically which I was trying to show it visually. Yeah, I've almost completed my session. So please let me know if you have any questions, and I'll answer them if you have.
Sir, how is the job opportunities in this field, sir?
Yes, there are a couple of job opportunities are there. So see, you can segregate the industry into two types: before COVID and after COVID. So before COVID, it's like job opportunities, especially in VR AR, were quite less. So, but after COVID, opportunities in VR AR are more, because for online learning and for remote collaboration, VR AR will be more useful. So in this, since due to this factor, more job opportunities are there. So not just in IT industry, in every industries like manufacturing industry needs VR and AR developers for remote collaboration. Healthcare is needed. So in retail also, both VR and AR developers are needed. So in all industries, there are more opportunities out there.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think if there are no more questions, I'll end my session. So thank you, my college management and students for patiently listening and asking questions. I'll just pass over the thing to the organizers.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of Department of Computer Technology, I would like to thank our management and principal for their encouragement in organizing such events. And I would like to thank our head, Dr. D. Kalaivani, for her motivation and her support all the times. I extend my special thanks to our chief guest, Mr. Vijayarajan sir, who despite his busy schedule has found time to grace today's session. Thank you, sir, for your very thought-provoking and interesting session. I'm sure our students found it very useful, sir. We are looking forward to have you again as a guest in near future, sir.
Yeah,
So
sure.
finally, I would like to thank participants for their patient cooperation and throughout the session. So once again, I thank you all for your cordial cooperations. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Students, kindly fill the feedback form to collect your certificate.